YouTube dashboard settings. There we go. Hello, hello. Okay, let me open the game so I actually can have the game and set up the game audio. Doki Doki, play. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Is this good volume?
Hold on. Do it again when I deafen.
Okay. Check, check. 1 2 1 2. Is this good volume? Hello, hello.
Hold on. Do it again when I deafen.
Okay. Check, check. 1 2. Is this good volume? Hello, hello.
Hold on. Do it again when I deafen.
Okay. Oh, we have infinite volume loop. Hello, hello.
You're a bit quiet.
Oh, we have infinite volume loop.
You're a bit quiet.
Uh, is there game audio that should be coming through? Okay, the game should be coming through now. I'll put the game at 20. And then I'll figure out how to boost my microphone.
Yeah, this screen discovers everything you need to know about this game.
Okay, sounds, recording, levels. My microphone is being boosted. Use this device. Yeah, my microphone is being boosted. So, hello, hello, oh, hello, hello. Is that is this better? That's a tad loud. Hello? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it how it is and
Yeah, that should be good.
hope for the best. Okay. My house. Okay. You agree that you're at least 13 years of age and okay. Hello everybody, this is MangoTheKing here. Today I'll be playing Doki Doki Literature Club. I've never played the game before, so I know nothing about the game. So it's gonna be a complete blind playthrough, and hopefully I get spooked or something. Let me lower this audio, because it is very loud. Okay, so I guess I'm gonna start a new game. Enter my name. What should I enter? Um, you have any ideas? Oh, you're muted. Uh, am I a guy or a girl? Like, I know nothing about the characters.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter? Okay,
It honestly doesn't matter.
Tom. Okay, my name is Tom, and this is my adventure. Hey. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is Sayori. Sayori? My neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you never see yourself making today, but it kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up with me. Ha 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 ha. I overslept again.
Don't. Don't
Don't what? Read it all?
don't ever laugh like that.
I don't know. But I caught you this time. Maybe, maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Eee, you say that like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Tom. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you wanted to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Tom, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you already, I'm really not interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. That's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible I did in one of our many conversations, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Uh-huh. I was talking about how I was worried you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know. And I know you're happy now, but I die at the thought of you becoming a neat in a few years because you're not used to the world. What's a neat? What is a neat? Not in education, employment, or training. Well, that's not nice. You trust me, right? Don't make me worry about you.
Hey.
Yeah?
Oh wait, no. Your stream's kind of freezing up a little bit.
It is. I have no bitrate.
Yeah.
What? That's weird.
Mm.
The game is not online, so it's not that. It's not. No data. Did OBS just crash?
Right, you see me right.
Hello? Are we back? I think OBS just bugged out, so I think we're good now, I think. Yes? Hello? Are we back? Yep, okay, it works. Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it'll make you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay!
Please.
Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry about me makes me want to ease her mind, at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. I just dropped something. Oops. Oh well. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it'll be over before I know it. After I pack my things, I stare blankly at a wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. I guess I'll have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and I realize I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. So you don't need to wait for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know what? Well, that you could come to my club. Sayori? Yeah? There's no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is the vice president of the literature club. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title Vice President. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I kinda told the club yesterday that I would bring in a new member, and Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I mean, yeah, I agree with that, but if she thought she would have got him, then oops, I just messed up the game. Is there a way I can reset this?
Seems to be good now.
Okay, yeah. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead or she's so cunning as to have this all planned out. I let out a long sigh. And with that, I'm gonna take a drink of water. Fine. I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yes! Let's go! Should I save? Save.
Should probably save often and frequent.
And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit because generally used for third-year classes and activities. Am I like a freshman?
I don't know.
Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone! The new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Tom. What a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Do I want to play this?
Listen, I warned you what was happened.
I know, but this is a little weird. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it.
Listen, it was a parody of a dating sim. What do you think it's gonna be like?
This is a parody of I know nothing about this game.
What do you mean?
I know
I know you knew nothing, but I figured you'd at least look at the tags.
There's tags?
On Steam.
Yeah, it's like psychological horror or something.
Yes.
Psychological horror, anime, visual novel horror.
Just
Dating sim is like halfway down the list.
Just play the rest of the game.
How long is the game? I'll probably
You're the one who looked at the times.
I'll probably look for play for about an hour or two, or maybe, I don't know. So sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think it's probably a first year. She's also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You could just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then she turns back towards the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say anything like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Ah, well, it's nice to meet both of you. And it sounds like you already know Monica, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Tom. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talk, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... You too, Monica. This is just weird. Is this guy a simp or something? Like... Or no, what's the other word? Incel? Like...
Incel?
I don't know what to think. Come sit, Tom. We made room for you at the table so you could sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey!
Incel.
I made them. I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. God, do people really do the finger thing? Like,
What?
the touching finger thing?
The stream's delayed. I don't, like, it's a few seconds behind, so I don't know what it is. I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want me to... Actually, no, I'm not going to do the Discord thing.
That would crash your bitrate.
Bitrate crashed again?
No, I said that would crash your bitrate.
Yeah.
Listen, the game is cringe at the beginning.
And then it gets psychological messed up.
You could say something like that.
Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The desks have a few girls. The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. You know what? I'm gonna make a parody. The girls have a few... Okay. The desks have a few girls arranged to form a table. Now that'd just be weird. As Sayori mentions, it's been widened so that there's one space next to Monica and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk over to the corner of the room where Natsuki grabs a wrap tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Ooh-ah? Ooh-ah. What? Is that English? Ooh-ah?
Let me...
Natsuki lists the...
I think it's more of like an ooh-ah type situation.
Yeah, but if you look at her face, she's kind of shocked. Nope, never mind. Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal dozen white fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers were drawn in icing, and the little pieces of chocolate were used to make ears. Oh, I should make cupcakes. So cute! I had no idea that you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Just hurry and take one. Sayori grabs one first, then Monica. I follow. It's delicious. Sayori talks with her mouth full. Ray managed to get icing on her face. I turn the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. This is kind of cringe.
Told you.
Is
It's
she...
a parody of a dating sim, which most people consider cringe.
What dating sim?
Dating sims.
Just in general.
The genre.
Well, was the game made in purpose to be like cringe? Is she
I
waiting
guess
for...
kind of.
Is she
I
waiting...
mean, dating sims are inherently kind of cringy.
Yeah. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? I finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like I Haven't I heard this somewhere before? Wait, what? Did I miss something?
It makes sense later. Don't question it.
Made them for you or anything? Eh, I thought you technically did. Sayori said, well, maybe. But it's not for you. No, you, dummy. Alright, alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down at the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teacher gave us permission. It's a little weird of the teacher. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I meant that, you know. I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but at least I enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monica raises an eyebrow, then smiles at me. So what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monica that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seems really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. Oops. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay. This is just weird.
Thing is, I have never played this game, but I know what happens. And you saying it's cringe is... Just play through the rest.
As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. What does Otto do? Monica, I'm surprised.
Autosave?
No. How come you decided to start your own club? Auto means it goes automatically. You could probably be a board member of any of the major clubs. I wish there was like a way for it to like read it. Major club.
Voice lines?
Yeah, or something like that. Maybe there's a mod or something. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, you know. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. So she's a bookworm. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling my dream. That dream. She's gonna become a librarian. Monica's really a great leader. Yuri also nods in agreement. Then I'm surprised there aren't more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort to starting something brand new. Especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like festivals and that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow into this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it. Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goals. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. So Tom, what kind of things do you like to read? Well... Considering how little I've read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but then but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that are build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me, and tells a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds herself comfortable in the world of books, not people. Yo, hey Elliot, how you doing? But you know, I like a lot of things. This game is really weird, Elliot.
At your house?
No, he's in chat.
What?
He's in
Oh.
chat. What's up? Fine. Yeah. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. I have a feeling that this is just a lot of foreshadowing. Like deep psychological elements. Like. Okay.
Anyway.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? That's 100% foreshadowing. 1,000. Anyways, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. Oh my god. This is 100% foreshadowing. Like, someone's gonna die.
I told you it's not just a cringe dating sim.
Someone's gonna die.
It's a cringe dating sim that turns into a horror game real fast.
At this rate, Yuri might as well have been having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. For someone as gentle as you. Nah, she's gonna stab someone. She's gonna stab someone. Like, calling someone gentle and then I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it. Oh god. This is... Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Is this game gonna change me? Like, I'm gonna start looking at the world and be like...
I don't know.
Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. She likes romance. She likes horror. She's gonna like... I don't know. I don't remember who this is. Never mind. That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looks like you were working on a poem called Don't Say It Out Loud and Give That Back. Fine, fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Oh god. Sayuri Siddles? Siddles? Siddles?
See, it's sickeningly sweet.
Shouldn't that be slides? There's a typo. Unless is Siddles a word? Sayuri slides up behind Natsuki and puts her hands on her shoulders. It's not a word.
Walk in furtive, unobtrusive, or timid manner, especially sideways or... Yeah.
Oh, it is a word. It's just Google
Yeah, it is a
Slides
word.
comes up before it.
Yeah, because no one uses it, but it's a word.
I'm not cute.
Cringe.
Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them? Why don't you share them? Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Ah, not a very confident writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Why is the music so happy?
Anyway, it's dating sim music.
Do you have any writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you could set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. Aw, I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. I have a weird feeling that the stuff they're writing is all gonna be about Tom. Like, it's just gonna be weird, but I have a weird feeling. Okay, I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Dot. Yeah, let's do it.
You see, there is some gameplay elements to this. You have to write a poem, I
Plus,
guess.
now that we have a new member, I think it'll help us all get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of our club. Is it gonna become a cult? Isn't that right, Tom? Monika smiles warmly at
I'm not saying anything.
me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we're on back to the original topic of me joining the club, I bluntly come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club! Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made my decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought. Tom. They just all sunk. Like, what were they doing? Standing on their tippy toes? You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Oh my god. Right, okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Yes, I'm so happy! Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey, you really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I would have been super pissed. It's a naughty word. Then that makes it official. Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Tom, I'm looking forward to see how you express yourself. Eh? Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? So, I wonder how the beating heart becomes a part of this. Because Doki Doki means like beating heart in Japanese. The sound of a beating heart. So it's Sound of the Beating Heart Literature Club. I already feel anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey, Tom, since we're already here, do you want to walk home together? That's right. Sayori and I never walk home anymore because she always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! Save. Return. With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monika. Honestly, they look all the same. Just amber, pink, purple, darker shade of whatever this color is. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have a chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. It's time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club members will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. What? I have to actually think?
Yes, you have to actually. It is a game.
I'm gonna take the second save slot, so if I do something stupid, I can reload. Or should I not reload and just go with whatever happens?
I'd save.
Save? Okay. Okay. Kitty. I like Kitty. Tears. Anger. Wait, these two bounce, but this one hasn't bounced yet. Heavens.
Yeah, because you're picking words that that they would like.
How would I know?
I don't know, based off their personalities.
Happiness. Dark. Wait, happiness and dark? Doki. Crimson. Grief. Beauty. Vertigo. Socks? What? Fear. Joy. So she likes emotions. Silly. Infinite. Pure. Pain. Papa. Lollipop. Color. Hi again, Tom. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I kept my word. Wait, did I read that right? This might be a little strange for me, but at least I... But
Kept your
I
word
at least
doing
kept
whatever
my
he
word.
wrote.
Well, I'm back at Literature Club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Tom. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. Sir told me you didn't even want to join any clubs this year. And last year, too. I don't know if you just plan to come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection at the clubroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Manga is literature. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back in her seat. Well, if manga is comics and comics is literature, then yeah, I agree. Don't worry, guys. Tom always gives it his best as long as he's having fun. He helps me with busy work without even asking, like cooking and cleaning my room. How dependable. Sorry, that's because your room is always so messy, it's distracting. And you almost set your house on fire once. Is that so? You two are really good friends, aren't you? I might be a little jealous. How come? You and Tom could be good friends too. Sayori? Huh? Huh? As usual, Sayori seems oblivious to the weird situation she just put me into. Ooh. Oh, Yuri even brought you something today, you know? Wait, Sayori. And me? Did I hit save by accident?
I don't know.
Okay, I guess I'll save. Oh, not really. Don't be shy. It's really nothing. What is it? Never mind. Sarah made it sound like a big deal when it's really not. What do I do? I'm sorry, Yuri, I wasn't thinking. I guess it's up to me to rescue the situation. Hey, don't worry about it. First of all, I wasn't expecting anything in the first place. So any nice gesture from you is a pleasant surprise. Oh, stupid. You don't say that. You just say, let's get on the poem reading, or something like that. It'll make me happy no matter what. Is that so? Yeah, I won't make a big deal if you don't want it to be. Ah, this is weird. What is she gonna give him? Alright. Well, here. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention, even if you don't usually read. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. This is... How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. Oh, God. I'll look forward to hearing what you think. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. But that doesn't seem to be the case. Sayori and Monica are having a cheery conversation in the corner. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her tense expression, like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet. Man, it looks like no one wants to be bothered today. I slumped down in the nearest desk. How am I supposed to occupy myself with something literature related by myself like this? I guess I could always read some of the book Yuri gave me, but I'm feeling a little too tired to read. I could probably fall asleep right now. I close my eyes and end up listening in on Sayori's conversation with Monica. We're probably gonna seem really lame compared to all the other clubs, though. Well, we can't give up. The festival is our chance to show everyone what literature is about. The problem is that the idea of literature club sounds too dense and intellectual. But it's not like that at all, you know? We just need a way of showing it to everyone. Something that speaks to their creative mind. I don't know. Is that a good noise? Dot. That doesn't solve the problem, though. What do you mean? Even if we come up with the most fun thing ever, nobody will come to the first place if it's a literature event. So it's more important how to get people to show up in the first place, you know? After they come, we could do things to speak to their creative minds. What's this? Sayori is taking this really seriously. It's rare to see her deliberating like this. That's a good point. In that case, do you think food will do the trick? What kind? Well, I guess we could. Cupcakes! Good thinking. Natsuki would love to do that. You're right. Natsuki makes the best cupcakes. That works out perfectly. That wasn't why you suggested it. Cupcakes speak to my creative tummy. Cupcakes it is then. I'm hungry. Anyways, we need to work out the details of the event itself. I find myself smiling. In the end, Sayori is still her usual self. But therein lies the unexpected reason I admire her. Unlike me, who has trouble finding any motivation at all, Sayori can put her mind to things and make them come to life. I suppose that's why I end up letting her get on my case about things. I can't help but wonder what it's like to see the world through her eyes. I open my eyes to find Sayori's face filling my vision. I nearly fall out of my chair. Sorry. Oh, that was a weird noise. Wait. Actually, I'm not sorry at all. It's your fault for sleeping like that. This isn't the napping club. Does our school have a napping club? You're staying up late again, aren't you? Now that you're in a club, you're gonna have less time for anime, you know? You'll need to get used to it. Don't say that too loud. I glanced over to see if Monica heard. It's true, though. Yeah, I know. You're always looking out for me, Sayori. It's what I do best. That's a problem. What about you? You look out for me better than you look out for yourself. You're still oversleeping every day, aren't you? Eh? Not every day. That's not very convincing. How many days in the past week have you got up on time? It's a secret. I knew it. Come on. At least give me the benefit of the doubt. I can't even do that. Look, Sayori, it's written all over you. Eh? Sayori glances at herself. How is it written all over me? Hey, do you want to write in chat so I can mod you? I'm not sure if you're modded yet. You are? Okay. How is it written all over me? You were clearly in a rush this morning. Look, your hair is sticking out all around here. I run my fingertips down Sayori's hair, trying to straighten it out. Man, you really need a brush for this. My hair is just really hard to get right. I won't fall for that. There's more to you than just your hair. Look, your bow isn't straight either. And there's some toothpaste stains on your collar right here. This guy's like Sherlock Holmes. And your left button is slightly misaligned with your top collar, making it so that you... I try to wipe off the stain with my finger. But nobody would ever notice that. Of course they would. Nobody's gonna tell you about it because they don't want to embarrass you. Fortunately, I really don't care about that. Hey, you meanie. You don't even keep your blazer button up. Seriously, Sayori. Why don't you think you have a boyfriend yet? Eh? That's super mean. Sorry, but you'll thank me later. I start to button her blazer from the bottom. Once you see how much better it looks, you'll change your mind. Whoa. Whoa. Am I like 6 foot? This is so funny. What is? Well, I was just thinking how weird it is to have a friend who does these kind of things, eh? Don't say that. You'll make me feel weird about it, stupid. It's okay, though. I'm happy we are like this. Aren't you? I guess. Hey, be careful. The button might come off. Why is this one so hard to close? I struggle to fully close the button near her chest. Does this thing even fit you properly? It did when I bought it. Sigh. If you ever button it, you would have noticed it sooner. That doesn't fit you anymore. What are you smiling about? I'm not reading that. It means my boobs are got bigger again. Don't say that out loud. Anyway, you look so much better now, so... Why does it feel strange to see Sayori's blazer buttoned up like that? But it's so fluffy. Ooh, it's not worth it at all. Sayori hastily unbuttons her blazer once more. Phew. That's so much better. Sayori puts her arms out and twirls around. So if I keep it unbuttoned, then I won't get a boyfriend, right? What kind of logic is that? And why are you saying that like it's a good thing? Because if I had a boyfriend, then he wouldn't even let you do things like this. And you take care of me better than anyone else would anyways. So that's why I'm keeping it unbuttoned. Stop saying all these embarrassing things. Eh? I didn't say anything embarrassing. Jeez. Well, anyways, just focus on trying to wake up a little earlier. Only if you focus on going to bed earlier. Fine. It's the deal. Yeah? I guess we really are better at taking care of each other than we are taking care of ourselves. Yeah, I guess so, huh? So maybe you could come and wake me up in the mornings? You're doing it again, Sayori. Ah, but I was joking that time. Man, it's impossible to tell with you sometimes. Okay, everyone. Eh? Monica suddenly calls out. Why don't we share the poems we wrote now? Yay! Tom, I can't wait to read yours. Yeah, same. I failed to sound enthusiastic, but Sayori still trots away to retrieve her poem. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Yeah. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration since I've never done this before. Well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monika enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's is on a wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monika wrote hers in a composition book. I can already see Monika's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same myself. The music changed. I like it. I don't know. Sayori is the friend. Natsuki, don't know. Yuri, don't know. Monika's the club leader. Monika. I should start with Monika. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem, and I want to know if I'm putting in effort. Hi, Tom! Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we could do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Oops. I'm much better at just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tom. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had sorts of things in common. Ah, well, maybe we may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that might be the case, but maybe there's also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. You're sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has a kind of gentle feel to it. I can tell she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. And that's the best way to find the style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased to their own kinds of styles, but I always help you find the style that suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. More reading. God. I guess that's what I should have expected. Hole in wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes? A noisy neighbor, an angry friend. I'll never know I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel blind like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas already scorched with the permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It wasn't It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinite choices. I realized now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he, on the other side, was looking in. Wow. That's cool. So what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. Okay. See, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends, we can friends with each other. Anyways, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. I'm gonna drink some more water. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this, if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Who should I show my poem to next? You have any ideas?
How about the person? I forget whoever's Monica said would like it. I guess I don't know.
Sayori. Okay.
I only know what happens towards the end.
Wait, I need to
I don't
look.
know the intermediate or stuff.
Doki Literature Club. Time. Wait. Game time. How long does a playthrough take? Depending on how fast or slow you could take it, perhaps 2 to 3 hours. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Tom. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer after all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Haha. Jeez. I'm sure Yuri's opinion has to be a little more constructive than this. Maybe even Natsuki's. Are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Yeah? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Tom poem. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. Suri hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Suri. Yeah, she's a little weird. Yeah, I would say she's weird. I'm really happy you wrote that one. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It kind of reminds me how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Tom. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people. That's something only a really good person can do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't really deny she's part of the reason I joined, knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have a lot of fun here, okay? That'll be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Oops. Oops, I missed that one. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. We'll see about that. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning. Excuse me. The way you glow through my blinds this morning makes me feel like you missed me. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Or are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever, but I'm not mad. I want breakfast. Is this a sonnet? Wait. Morning, me, bed, eyes, play, day, blue, two, forever, mad, breakfast. Sayori, this is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No, just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Or at least that makes me feel a little better about myself. Don't be mean. I still try my best. Yeah. I mean, I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. I mean, if you get cranky, you shouldn't skip breakfast. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Anyways, thanks for showing me. That was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. Wait, what did I miss? This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Oh, Monica's the best, as in, like, for arranging this. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. Won't forget what? And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I'll look forward to it. Oh. I might have to lower my bitrate. That might be what I have to do. Okay, heads is Natsuki, tails is Yuri. Flip a coin.
I'll flip my coin.
Well, no, I was... Okay, you flip a coin.
Tails.
Tails, Yuri. Yuri's purple.
That may have been my phone, but we're going to ignore that.
Okay. Yum, 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 yum. Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than long enough for her to finish reading. Oh! Sorry! I forgot to start speaking. What? What? It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? She's gonna rip into me. She's gonna be like, you need full iambic pentameter and you need the couplets and like... Yeah? Why do you ask? I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be after reading through it. So it's bad? No! Did I just raise my voice?
Yeah.
Sorry. No, it actually says, did I just raise my voice?
Oh.
I'm so sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice it's been several minutes and we really haven't gotten anywhere. What the heck? It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think that the most notable things I recognize in new writers is that they're trying to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone. It sounds like she's an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building on them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a bit biased though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. Not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her. Which is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Oh my god. I actually have to try to read this. Ghost under the light. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow. Bathing. It must be this one.
Oh, good luck.
The last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker. What? I flicker back. So she's the edgy one, but not edgy. Because this is not really edgy. She's more the dark one. I guess that's her whole demeanor. I'm sorry, I have such terrible hand. That's not bad handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking that at all. But it took you a long time to read. Nah, I'm just slow. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think that your handwriting's pretty. Eh? That's a relief. So, I liked the poem. Even though it's short, it was really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. So you're into ghosts, Yuri? Uh-huh. Oh, God. Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Tom. Really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you only did glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. See, the one thing I don't like about this game is it's a visual novel. So you kind of have to just sit back and let whoever the character you're playing as say everything. And it's more so like, I mean, anyone that knows anything about poetry knows that it wasn't about ghosts, because a poem most of the time doesn't mean the literal meaning. So,
Well, yeah, but
they
yeah.
usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. I mean, like, you really think purple-haired girl's gonna write a poem about a ghost under a streetlight? That makes no sense. The ghost is obviously a metaphor for a cow that escaped the butcher and is wandering the streets.
Sure.
In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in our last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past. And soon to be left with nothing. Okay, some dark thing is happening to her. Some dark thing is gonna happen to her. Like, that's
maybe right.
A lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, if it makes you more happy, if it makes me, well, it makes me happy that you think that. Actually, do you think, how long should I do this for? Should I try to beat the whole game, or just remember it won't be long before you pick up on these things too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Who should I show my poem next? Natsuki. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I'll need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. What? Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, people can try, but that's about it. I like this one. It's poetic. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be so sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try to take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems, for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write a poem about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is it puts more weight on the wordplay. Yeah, that's true. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I had realized. That's what it mean to be a pro. She's cocky. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem could stand up to theirs. This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly share sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Drink time. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Eh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Ah, thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Eh? Oh no, conflict. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Tom did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions on my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring. which I haven't yet. Mm. And Tom liked my poem too, you know? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stands up. Oh? I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Eh? That's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Tom appreciates my advice more than he appreciated yours. Huh? And how do you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Oh, God.
Children arguing.
What?
Feels like children arguing.
Yeah. Are you full of yourself? No! If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Well, you know what? I wasn't the one who boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Tom started showing up. Oh my God. Natsuki? Natsuki, that's a little... This doesn't involve you. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they just noticed I was standing there. Tom! She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, then this wouldn't have to happen in the first place. What's the point of making your poem all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out at the reader, not force them to figure it out. Well, I disagree with that, but okay. Help me explain that to her, Tom. Wait, there's a reason why we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. It's the only way to convey complex feeling and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not unnecessarily limiting yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Tom? How did I
make a decision?
How did I get dragged into this in the first place? It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So, of course, that's going to be... I don't want to pick. I liked both of them. And they're both...
There's a third option.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like this is just going to end poorly if I hit the third option. You know what? I'm going to save. I have 9 pages of slots, so I guess I could save a bunch. Help me, Sayuri. Natsuki? Glares at me, drying up any words I had in my mouth. So instead I turn to Yuri. Yuri? But Yuri's expression is so defenseless that I can't bring myself to say anything to her. Sayuri? Eh? Yeah. Everyone's fighting is making Sayuri uncomfortable. How could the two of you keep fighting when you know you're making your friend feel like this? Tom? Well, that's her problem. This isn't about her. I agree. It's unfair for others to interject their own feelings into our conflict. Yeah, unless Sayuri wants to tell Yuri what a stuck-up jerk she's being. She would never. It's your immaturity that made her upset in the first place. Excuse me? Are you listening to yourself? This is exactly why nobody likes... Stop! Natsuki, Yuri, you guys are my friends. I just want everyone to get along and be happy. My friends are wonderful people, and I love them because of their differences. Natsuki's poems, they're amazing because they give you so many feelings with just a few words. And Yuri's poems are amazing because they paint beautiful pictures in your heads. Everyone's so... See, that's what I wanted to say, but there was no option to say that.
There was an option.
Oh yeah, that is a good point. This is the option. So why are we fighting? Because, well, also, Natsuki's cute and there's nothing wrong with that. And Yuri's boobs are the same as they always were. Big and beautiful. God. Oh my god. Sayuri stands triumphantly. Monica stands behind her with bewildered expression. I'll make some tea. Imagine, I'm picturing just Monica like just trying to understand what's going on. Yuri rushes off. Natsuki sits down with a blank expression on her face, staring at nothing. So this is why Sayori is vice president, I whisper to Monika. She nods in return. To be honest, I might come off as a good leader and I can organize things, but I'm not very good with people. I couldn't even bring myself to interject. As president, that's kind of embarrassing me. Nah, it's not like I can blame you. I wasn't able to say anything either. Well, I guess that means Sayori is amazing in her own way, isn't she? You could say that. She might be an airhead, but sometimes it's weirdly suspicious that she knows exactly what she's doing. I see. Take good care of her, okay? I would hate to see her get herself hurt. Oh, no. What's gonna happen to her? That makes two of us. You can count on me. Monika smiles sweetly at me, causing my stomach to knot. Such a genuine person does make a good president, regardless of what she says. If only I could get the chance to talk to her a little more. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Tom, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was neat to talk to about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poem will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little bit more about the poems everyone likes. With any luck, that means at least I can do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Tom, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Beams at me, it's truly been a while since Sarah and I spent this much time together. Well, I can't really say I'm not enjoying either. Save. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they are both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they make good friends with you. Phew. You know, Tom, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. I think that everyone likes you too. That's... Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to this kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh my god. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this. Should I call it here? I mean, I don't know how far I am into the story. Probably not that far.
It's streaming for 83 minutes and it's 5 or 6 hours.
5 or 6 hours.
You're going on the slower side.
I am.
I don't know. I've never played the game.
Yeah.
No.
And since I'm reading it all, it kind of slows it down out loud.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me save. Yes. Quit. I guess I'll end the stream. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyone who's watching this, thanks for watching. Have a good day, and next time I do this, I hope to